In this video we are going to present the types of public transportation tickets in Barcelona. If you are heading to the capital of Catalonia, to Barcelona, and are wondering which ticket you should buy, this video is for you. Hola, I am Tony Galvez from Road Trip Spain and Portugal, where we help you plan the perfect trip with practical information and insider tips. The purpose of this video is to help you understand the main types of public transportation tickets you can use to move around Barcelona, so you can decide which one is better for you. So let's get started. The single ticket, billete sencillo in Spanish, is valid for one single trip. No transfers are allowed. Unlike what happens with other tickets we'll mention shortly, with a single ticket you cannot transfer from one means of transportation to another. It is valid for the bus, the metro or the funicular, but it is not valid for the airport metro. You can buy it from ticket machines you will find in all metro stations, and it is the most expensive ticket. In our star rating system, the single ticket gets just a 1 star. Avoid it. We've never ever bought a single ticket. That can be a valid alternative if you have just one trip left to complete during your stay in Barcelona. T casual in Spanish is the one ticket you should be familiar with, as it is the one more widely used by people visiting Barcelona. Let's see the rules. It is valid for 10 trips. Transfers are allowed in the space of 75 minutes between the first time you validate your ticket and the last time you do so. You can change transport a maximum of 3 times, but you cannot validate your metro ticket twice or take the same bus line within that time frame. For instance, you can transfer from the bus to the metro to the bus, or from the metro to the bus and to another bus from a different line, but you cannot transfer from metro to bus to metro. If you do one of those transfers allowed, you will only spend one trip. It is valid for the bus, the metro, the trains and the funiculars, but it is not valid for the airport metro. You can buy it from ticket machines you will find in all metro stations. It is a personal ticket, it cannot be shared, so 2 people traveling together need to get 2 T-casual cards. It gets 4 stars on our star system. It doesn't get the 5th star because it came to replace a similar ticket that could be shared by several people traveling together. Next on the list is the T-familiar. T familiar in Spanish, an alternative to the T-casual for those wanting a ticket that can be shared by several people traveling together. Let's have a look at it. It is valid for 8 trips. The same transfers we mentioned for the T-casual pass are valid here as well, that is, transfers allowed in the space of 75 minutes. It is valid for the bus, the metro, the trains and the funiculars, but it is not valid for the airport metro. You can buy it from the ticket machines you will find in all metro stations. It is a multi-person or multi-person ticket. It can be shared, so 2 or more people traveling together can pay for their trips with the same T-familiar card, for as long as there is credit left on it, of course. It gets 4 stars on our star system. It doesn't get the 5th star because the advantage of it being a multi-person ticket is offset by the fact that tickets on a T-familiar card end up being slightly more expensive than tickets on a T-casual card. For price reasons, we only recommend the T-familiar card to those who are visiting Barcelona and know for a fact that won't be using the full 10 trips contained on a T-casual ticket. Picture the situation: a family of 4 staying 2 days in Barcelona, which is not a wise thing to do as Barcelona deserves much more, but that's a different discussion. To travel paying the least, the family should purchase 4 T-casual tickets, but each T-casual contains 10 trips and the family would need to take 10 public transportation trips in 2 days in the city, which is quite a lot. For them, 1 or several T-familiar tickets will end up being a better deal. Now we are going to mention a few less common tickets that might be interesting for long-term stays or for largish groups of people traveling together. The T-usual in Spanish is an interesting proposition for those visiting Barcelona for a lengthy period of time. Let's see the rules. It is valid for unlimited trips during 30 consecutive days. Transfers are allowed in the space of 75 minutes. It is valid for the bus, the metro, the trains and the funiculars. It is valid for the airport metro. It is the first ticket on our list valid for the airport metro, subway, underground. You can buy it from ticket machines you will find in all metro stations. It is a personal ticket, it cannot be shared. Your ID or passport number must appear printed on the ticket to avoid misuse. It gets 4 stars on our star system. It doesn't get the 5th star because its interest depends entirely on how many transport trips you take. The more you travel on the public transport system, the better a deal it becomes. At today's price, you need to take at least 36 trips for the T usual to be a better deal than the T casual. Actually, that number could be smaller given that the T usual allows you to ride the airport metro. You will have to work your numbers out. The T group in Spanish is another interesting proposition for groups traveling together. Let's see the rules. It is valid for 70 trips during 30 consecutive days. Transfers are allowed in the space of 75 minutes. It is valid for the bus, the metro, the train and the funicular. It is not valid for the airport metro. You can buy it from the ticket machines you will find in all metro stations, and it is a multi-person or multi-person ticket. It can be shared. So 2 or more people traveling together can pay for their trips with the same T group card for as long as there's balance on it, of course. It gets 4 stars. It doesn't get the 5th star because its interest depends entirely on the amount of people traveling together. For a group of 10, it's definitely 5 stars, a superb deal. Dia means day in Spanish, is a 24-hour ticket. Let's see the rules. It is valid for unlimited trips during a 24-hour period. Transfers are allowed in the space of 75 minutes. It is valid for the bus, the metro, the trains and the funiculars. It is valid for 1 return trip on the airport metro. You can buy it from ticket machines you will find in all metro stations, and it is a personal ticket. It cannot be shared. It gets 3 stars on our star system. It is only worth your money if you intend to use it to travel on the airport metro and on the same 24-hour period take several trips on the public transportation system, or if you intend to do a return trip to the airport. And finally, we're going to present the Hola Barcelona travel cards, the travel passes aimed at tourists visiting Barcelona. They all work in the same way. Let's see the rules. They are valid for unlimited trips during a 48, 72, 96 or 120-hour period. Time starts counting from the moment you use the pass for the first time. Transfers are allowed in the space of 75 minutes. It is valid for the bus, the metro, the trains and the funiculars. It is valid for the airport metro without restrictions. So if you were to visit Barcelona for say 4 days, you could buy the 96-hour travel card and use it to pay for your metro trip leaving the airport and your metro trip on the way back to the airport. You can buy it from ticket machines you will find in all metro stations, or you could buy it online with a 10% discount. And discounts are always great. On the description of this video we are going to leave links to Visit Barcelona tickets, Barcelona's official tourism website, where you can buy the tickets with a discount. When you complete the purchase, you will be sent a code by email you will use to obtain the pass at the ticket machines at the airport or elsewhere in Barcelona. It is a personal ticket, it cannot be shared. It gets 3 stars on our star system. While it is great that allows for unlimited trips on the airport metro line, you will need to take lots of trips on the public transportation system for it to be worth your money. It is the type of card ideal for those who don't want to worry about buying transportation tickets when visiting a city. Let's now see a chart showing all the options we have mentioned in the video. First, it's a single ticket valid for 1 trip. It doesn't allow for transfers and it's not valid on the airport metro. It's a single person ticket and it's a ticket we recommend only for those needing to complete just the single trip. Then it's the T casual ticket valid for 10 trips. It allows for transfers. It's not valid on the airport metro and it's a single person ticket. It is the overall winner and it will be the best choice for most visitors to Barcelona. The T familiar ticket is valid for 8 trips. It allows for transfers, it's not valid on the airport metro, and it is a multi-person ticket. It can be shared by several people traveling together. It's good for small groups intending to stay few days in Barcelona. The T usual ticket is valid for unlimited trips during 1 month. It allows for transfers and it is valid on the airport metro. It is a single person ticket. It's good for those planning long stays and heavy use of the transportation system. The T group ticket is valid for 70 trips. It allows for transfers, but it is not valid on the airport metro. It is a multi-person ticket. It can be shared by several people traveling together. Excellent for largish groups visiting Barcelona. T-Dia Day Dia is a 24-hour day ticket. It allows for transfers and it is valid on the airport metro. It's a single person ticket, good for anyone planning to do a return trip to the airport within the same 24-hour period. Hola Barcelona are a collection of travel cards valid for 2, 3, 4 or 5 days. They allow for transfers and are valid on the airport metro. They are single person tickets, good if you intend to ride the airport metro and take numerous trips while in Barcelona. Now we have given you here the tools to try to work out what can be the best alternative to you. There's a missing element on all the information we have displayed, and that is the price of each of the tickets we've talked about. Prices change the whole time, so rather than displaying the prices on the screen, what we have done is put links on the description of the video so you can check the up-to-date price for each of the tickets mentioned along the video. Now, we'd like to remind you there is another video on the channel with a step-by-step guide on how to buy metro tickets from the automatic vending machines. Check it out. And that was all for today. As usual, if you have any questions for us about the topic of the video, we'll be delighted to help. If you liked the video, smash the thumbs up, a big thanks for it. And if you're new to the channel, take the opportunity to subscribe. It's just a click on the round button that will appear shortly on the screen. We'll see you soon on another video with tips for a road trip in Spain or Portugal. Até mais, hasta la próxima, see you soon.